Alright, we are back in it, and guess what, gang? We got ourselves a note-taking book. This is actually the notebook I used for my first campaign in D&D, and I didn't use all the pages. But from last, and I specifically didn't write down any notes from the last one that I remembered because I wanted all of the ones that I remembered to be stated here. So, the one thing that for whatever reason stuck out to me, and let me pause this so time doesn't pass, because time is passing, and I don't know if that is something I need to keep my eye on or not. I'm going to keep notes on this, right? This. Scarred hand. Old scars. Okay, I remember that. That's about it. I'm in the 41st precinct, right? I think. Fuck. I can't really. Hobocop. Gotta write that down. There's a smiley face next to it. I don't really remember much else. So, the first, I might have to actually go back and rewatch that entire episode. But, who cares? Alright. Notes on lap. Mouse in hand. Character sheet. Can I just open my character sheet? Whoa. How many points do I have? How do I get points? Oh, wait. Hold yourself. Keep your morale. Oh, okay, so these are different checks for different things. So I'm still kind of learning the game and how it functions.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet. It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Wow. Oh, and I'm gonna write this down too because I had Dimitri confirm this. I'm not dead. My heart is beating. The rigor mortis comment was a symbolic rigor mortis. I'm going to look at everything besides the dead body to build further suspense. Hey, money. And magnesium? I don't know if that's good to just have. That feels... This wrench mechanism is oxidizing for some years. I know what oxidizing is, but I don't know my name.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes.
Fuck.
No. There's more to this. You get this strange feeling.
What feeling?
Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. An inconspicuous pile.
Also, Dimitri told me I needed to get my tie. I told him what happened and how I flashbanged myself with the light bulb. Actually, I left out the light bulb portion of the conversation. I just told him I flashbanged myself and could not get my... Oh, hey, there's a creepy creeper over there.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done. Talk to me.
Fine, dick. I'm gonna be mean to this kid.
Kuno's got this.
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12.
Oh yeah, not a goosey, Kuno.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous, you should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about. I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning.
Oh.
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
I'm not a narc.
No, Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit. The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking
Whoa.
each other.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. You will see.
Huh?
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me. Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
Do you know who he
Kuno's
was?
fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Kuno travels. Hang on.
I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City. Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
May be involved in drugs.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
That was dangerously close to a
You're
slur.
testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Right, pig? This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind, lazy dinks.
There it is. That strange feeling again. As if there was more than meets the eye about that pile of roofing material.
The fuck are you talking about? Kuno doesn't know what handed gimps they wear.
Trying to get you to talk gimp, Kuno. Don't talk.
The fucking well. The fuck are you talking about? Ask me a normal question, pig.
They're trying to make you feel stupid, Kuno.
You glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack. Yes, you should go back there.
Dunno. Kiptas Gardner used to work there. Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary.
God, I hate this
Fucking
kid.
Small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright? Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno. Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno's Kuno, pig.
I'll write that down. Kuno's Kuno.
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person?
He looks slightly confused, but proud he came up with that retort. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fizzle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
The thing behind the fence starts squealing.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Ray!
Damn.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help! Yeah?
Yeah, I want to get
here
out
before
of
the
here.
Kuno
I don't
beats
like
the
that
shit
word.
out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
I hate kids. These
Okay.
kids. I
Just
love
go.
kids. These kids make me hate everything. God, they make me. It's an interaction like that that makes you. Ugh. That was the worst. They give kids a bad name, those two. I want to know what's back here.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because there's a secret door.
Ah.
That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Nice.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Uh-huh. I still haven't looked at the body. I said I would do that at the beginning of this episode, and I have not.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Oh, it's a
The
crack
lieutenant
house.
isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? Secret path the local kids use.
What's this? No, that's a door. What is this? Mummified. Okay, we're gonna leave for now because I don't need to be traveling elsewhere. I need to be. How do I I don't have enough skill points available. How do I know when I do have enough points to do that? Alright. It's rickety, but climbable. Hang on, before that, I want to check this out. It's been almost 15 minutes.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. Well, it is a container. Maybe you're prioritizing it.
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
Hang on. I have a controller that I've been playing Resident Evil with. Put it down there, because it's in the way. Okay.
What do you mean, feel? I agree. We should get someone from the remote viewers division here. All the detectives from all the precincts who experience extrasensory perception go to the remote viewers division. Their work is invaluable to the Force.
Oh, that's
None,
cool.
because they don't exist.
Oh. I'm so disappointed right now. I thought there was a remote viewers division.
There isn't. But we should still accept this container.
Still recovering from bronchitis.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
I like the idea of carrying around a pry bar. And I feel like I could accidentally hurt myself doing so. Letter R, where's a crown? On the ribbon, light above. Okay. So let's go to the guy's car. And grab a pry bar. A lot of things to do.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Pry bar.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy, like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
That should be good. I don't think I need the other stuff.
The toolbox slides back into its nest.
I don't want to carry too much. I've decided my character is left-handed.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, Whirling in Rags.
Oh.
Force time isn't happening. You've jammed the pry bar under the lid, but it just isn't bending. What is this? Your triceps ache for the metal to bend, but it resists. This calls for a potent curse to help break its resistance. Utter the power words.
The power words. Hang? That doesn't always work. The fuck kind of metal is this? The fucking shit?
Quality of metal is not the problem. From what I see, it's sturdy enough.
He's enjoying your little failure. He finds it amusing. He's reveling in sweaty rage on your face. There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid. You hang from it like a moron, huffing and puffing. Clearly the technique is wrong, but nothing else comes to mind.
Let's ask the manager for the key. This is clearly not working.
I like solving problems by myself. Oh, the manager of this? I'm avoiding the body again.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
Writing that down in case I find anything in there. Like this guy. Hang on. Access to dumpster. Okay.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
What if I told you I am a hobo or soon to be one rummaging through that trash? Will you keep me out too? We need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
He hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
I like this one. Oh, I like this one. This one.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering of services to paying customers, and it doesn't matter. I don't have to explain myself to you.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
Maybe I am a cook.
You're not. You're a menace. Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the real cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must. What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Okay. So can I just go in there now? Guess not. It's okay. Wait a minute. Oh, I did get my shoe back. It registered this time. No, logging back into the game after a day.
This trash container is locked. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobo Cop. Dive into the
Hobo Cop.
extra content. There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your
I'm
hair
actually
is
anxious.
still
So when I had my party go through a dumpster like this, I put in a kobold that was covered in grease that was a fugitive named Goon, spelled with 2 U's, and he has the helmet of teleportation, so he can go in any campaign I'm doing at any time and just be himself, and he talks like this. So
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with 1 broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, They were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
Why stripped clothes?
Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or empty. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
Hold on, one sec. I didn't prepare for this recording proper. I've been recording a lot since moving. And with that comes the usage of my battery. So I have to switch to the good old wired ones from 2015. So give me a second. Cool. I think I'll finish out the episode with these. Might even do the next one with these because I'm going to record a few of these tonight. I'm really starting to get into this game. I'm really leaning into its concept. So hang on a sec. Someone with access to the dumpster clearly threw... Someone with access to the dumpster had something to do with this. So I'm writing down someone with dumpster clearance. Is involved. I don't know to what degree. As he said, it could be as simple as someone just throwing garbage away.
See? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
Am I chasing myself? That'd be too easy. But am I chasing myself? Did I do this? I'm gonna write that down. But I'm not. I'm in the first. This is like a 24 to 30 hour game. There's no way in the first 2 hours is someone like me going to figure that out. I don't know how that didn't cross my mind earlier.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I didn't think I wanted to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Someone from the wheeling threw it in the trash. I don't know. I'm boring. I'd rather not talk about it right now. It must have been cramping my style.
This is an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover operatives, informants. I suggest integrating it into your style.
I love that he goes with everything that I say. Like, he plays into it. Like, well, you should probably make it a part of your style then. I don't know, man. Sounds like an order. I don't take
I
those.
see, yes. You are what we call a badass, aren't you?
Yes.
Tell me, does your badass see more in there, or are we done here?
I love... So, I didn't think I was going to like this guy. I love Kim.
Ah, yes, and it would also be appropriate to start taking notes on the case. It's what cops do.
I have been, prick.
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory
I would like to
and
look in
select
that.
the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
And here's the thing. Hobocop style.
Wow. An Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues.
What?
So shiny.
What?
Never mind. Look at that fat string of archipelagon pearls snaking amidst the banana peels. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000. Easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself.
I'll sell
No,
it.
you won't. Because none of those things are real. They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings. All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
Taking the mug.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Cool. So let's see. Interact with... That's racist. I don't like that. But I would like to use the interact button in inventory to inspect the book. Am I not in inventory? What's the interact button? Oh.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything
There's
else?
a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror.
Well, the pathetics.
To its blue heart.
Inspect the
An
clip.
aluminium block runs
Aluminium.
the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen watermarks.
Interesting.
Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
I'll leave it.
Way cool. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches, by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor.
The hookah
Even the rare
parlor.
article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. You like this grimy murdering, don't you? It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head.
Oh.
He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body.
I've been delaying it.
Interview the cafeteria manager.
I did that.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now,
No, actually. Any ideas?
Shit on a stick, the setting sun, the phrase, the hanged man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
you don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. In the back, 3. The topmost are misconduct fines, a monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 200.
Oh, this is
These are quite sinister.
probably important information.
Irises. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. What
I see.
delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear, being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the it's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters RCM. Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there
A pen, probably.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top.
Interfacing. I'm gonna smell it.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. A hot flash of rage comes over you. For a moment there, before it recedes, you feel as though you might just squeeze a tear of anger out of your duct. Makes you
Jeez,
wonder,
dude's crashing out over not being
it's
able to open it.
unjust. That's why. You can't even get to that thing anymore. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess, suddenly afraid of you for some reason. It's proving to be harder than...
Fuck. Okay.
It's just a racist mug. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
I love that he's calling me out for being distracted. Alright. Oh, there's something else to look at before the body.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Well, here's the thing is, it's been a week or more.
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46.
Wait, whoa, hang on. I'm actually going to write these down.
Two. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. Three. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 43.
$43.
4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46.
4 is... itchy. Standard work boot. 45 or 46. Wait, which is it?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44.
44. Standard work boot, steel toe.
6. An aberration. Light as air. Even pace. Same make of boot, but number 41.
Same make of... That confuses the fuck out of me. What? Number 41. That's what's, I think, the most important. I'm just writing that down verbatim.
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gate is undeveloped. You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
Carrying a body. Wait, standard work. So that's 46. So then number 4 had to be 45.
And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however.
44 was already
The right
done.
sole is smoother, more worn.
Right sole is smoother, more worn. Okay, this is actual important information.
How many?
400 million.
I counted 20. I take it it's less than that. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
How long do you think these
A
tracks
week,
are?
maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
I need another drink.
It is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashot. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
Interesting. Let's name it the odd saw. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
A drummer? That's
The
stupid.
drummer only uses the right foot for the kick drum. You're right, it's stupid.
I'm sorry.
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? 200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
Well, yeah, I mean, but we knew someone put him up there, so that's not exactly groundbreaking information.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Pardon me, really quick. So, for you American viewers like myself, who used to live in Ohio and now lives in New Orleans, by the way, there's 440 pounds. I knew a guy that was about that. His name was Frank. Great guy. He actually lost a lot of weight. Maybe it was a giant.
Possibly, yes. A woman or a kid? Understood. Anything else? What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
Alright, let's finally... Hang on, one sec. Dyslexic font. That's kind of nice, actually. What's detective mode? Are automatically highlighted. Essentially difficult. Streamer mode replaces certain copyrighted... Oh! That's nice. But I don't... I mean, I guess. Only voice introductions. All voice dialogue. Yeah, faux show. They were like bleeping out words earlier, and while I don't like the slurs, I would like to get the full... Here we go.
The corpse looks
50
with
minutes
bulging
in.
white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like, and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
Ew. Ew.
You seem to be holding your breath.
Ew.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an
Found
unnatural
his
angle. The body
pants.
below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
No, I'm not.
The
Yes, I
smell
am.
is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you expected, more fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within. You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it. It's not pity. You
Oops.
should wipe your mouth after vomiting. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
I actually wanted to say thanks.
If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell.
She
If
did.
she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the wipe check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
So I have to pass that check to do anything. Fucking... whatever.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
You still have your salts.
I'm done with them. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
She's sweet.
There he still is, looking right through you with his... The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Gross. The ammonia didn't help, but I think I don't want to be a cop anymore.
Nor does the wind right now.
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there, if you didn't bag the thing tight enough. I think I've lost my sense of smell.
Oh.
Not being hungover helps too.
This is bullshit. I don't want to do this.
Okay, you've said it. You needed to say it. And now that you have, you need to get your shit together.
Okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
Volumetric shit compressor.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Okay. So at 10 after. Hobocop. Internalize. Oh, it's research time and stuff. Internalize. Okay, so there's things I can do and stuff. Okay, so at 12... No, at 4... 11 after. I can try again. Okay. So what the fuck am I gonna do for an in-game half hour? Excuse me. What do I want? Hunches and gut feelings, dreams, and waking life. Do I want pain threshold, endurance? My perception would be nice to level up. I've missed things and I don't like missing things. I am going to go try for my tie really quick. Dimitri did mention he wants me to have my tie. So I'm going to go try and get my tie. What about her? Can she join my party?
Hello again, sweetie. Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Side
I can
mysteries.
assure you, with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble.
3 beds are better than 2.
But Martinez isn't the most wheelchair. Perhaps another time.
Damn. I should give the key
Can
back.
I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. 2 men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you anyway.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Truth.
Yes. Absolutely out of the question.
You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Another thing. Great. Yes.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna go get my tie. Ooh. I didn't realize I could, like, redo it. What's that? What is this?
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
This is where the magic
And by
happens.
That you mean crimes against humanity? I have no idea what that means.
He looks towards the exit longingly. Let's try this again.
This fan has 2 chained, or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature
I have to
is your
put points
friend
into
and
something.
wants to reach
I have screwed it up so bad I need to upgrade. Big yikes. Oh.
The window stands broken. The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside, a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
God, that's such a sad sentence.
The door is mute and indifferent. Still no answer. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. He doesn't like where this is going. You should punch a fucking hole in it.
Okay, punch the door.
You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a hole. The door sits sturdily in the frame, and your fist hurts. This was all a very good thing.
Stop that.
I didn't like where that was going either. I got very uncomfortable very quickly. That's not... I wanted to be an annoying pest, not like a creepy, pushy dude, so... I exist in, like, a pestly form. I like to poke and prod. I had a crowbar. I don't know why I didn't use that. This coin-operated viewer has been banged up. Inoperable. Broken window. Tibbs has windows. I don't have a bag, nor do I want... Oh!
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
You hear the what's this? What is this? Oh, a bag. Hold up. Bag. Take. I don't know where the fuck to sell these, but take. And you don't talk? No. What's this? Money! Money, 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 money. I like me some money. Bullet holes. I forgot we're in troubled times. What are these? I apologize for yawning. I'm approaching 1 in the morning and still have at least one more of these to do.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I like that sentence.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
I got this ball time.
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable. I can't even say if it's in my back or hip anymore. Feels like it's in both.
Yikes.
I hope you pass out from it. You goddamn jellyfish. Men like you are the reason this nation is sinking.
Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Get in the damn game already.
I'm on it, coach.
Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
Dinky Winky. Yes.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter. You'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen.
That surge of adrenaline that precedes every victory is why I'm bad at Battle Royale games.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already, your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
The man ball.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
With the time. Who am I?
An embodiment of pure motion. A fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Behold the fear and confusion reflecting in the eyes of the two feeble geezers. They are in awe of your superiority. You are a god to them. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
I feel like that's not where it needed to go. Judging from the other one still being here.
Bordel de merde! What the hell is your problem?
feel like showing my mouse cursor in this game is better than not showing it.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play petanque with 5 bull. Yes, petanque. You ruined our petanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
I feel like I should fix the problem.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven, when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now why did you approach us?
Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
That's something they teach you in sales, actually. That right there.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets. If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. Yes. It was left by heavy artillery fire. Why what? Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them
No,
what you
he's
like.
one of them.
They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't so, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough. Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing petanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
He approves of this radical approach, knows it was necessary.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the Coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
I'm
sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains. I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
So we're learning about history on this place.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just...
And this also, in sales, is what they prepare you for when you give the old people the attention they like.
Everywhere. But this is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabineers in service of Frisel I, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Don't you mean Frisel the Fan?
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule and to mourn.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
What an interesting conversation with them.
Volumetric shift compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness are thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Ooh. Don't know what that means. I believe now I can retry that roll. Oh, I've been here. Wait.
There he still is, looking right through you.
Oh
with his
yeah,
right eye.
shit
The body
compressed.
below. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty.
No.
With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
They're armor, no boots. Technically speaking, these are sabatons. Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil. Yes, bullets will fly. They always do. And the coil is fleshy and mush and permeable. Cast it in ceramic shell. Resist death.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics. They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre.
That's true.
The Mazda, the Besmerties, and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages. By catching, do you mean, let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
What was that about the constabulatory before? You need to push some buttons if you want to recruit the lieutenant in a conspiracy.
So they don't get shot in the foot? I think our extremities are fine without the dead man's boots.
Oops. Well, no one said it. Back to detecting now.
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay. Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful.
I agree.
I'm not yawning from boredom. It's almost 1 a.m.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads
I'm gonna
kinetic
swing the
energy
crowbar.
horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly. The pry bar in the metal connects with the same ding. The sound.
Did you hear that? A click? This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally.
That's cool.
From plate to plate. When the plates connect, there's a click. That's the sound you heard. See these lines?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates like the scales of some ancient white monster. This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Yep.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
I do want him off the tree.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Jesus.
Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have compromised the coroner's case. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
This first one just sounds like something Dimitri would say because I think the word super well or something I've heard him say before. These boots would go super well with my bell-bottom pants. I can just hear it. They may be clues and so you said they were expensive. I thought we could pawn them.
Try what exactly? I don't think we should do anything just for the hell of it. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now.
Ew.
Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
There might still be a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you.
What is it?
Vermilion, in yellow letters.
I grew up in a town in northern Ohio called Vermilion.
Cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
Extremely. Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a circus. When the circus leaves town and they tie a black-spotted giraffe to the wall of a carry pen.
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves. It's not merely polyester, it's steel reinforced.
Damn.
See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
Cut the branch.
The brief suggested as much. Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing? Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
It's a good idea.
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt, buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing.
That's cool.
Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars. Alcohol and heartbreak.
Heartbreak.
Your fist clenches suddenly. Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has darkened. Now, it disintegrates slowly, letting out a stink.
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I hate being half right.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it? It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there.
Hate that.
Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
I'm gone.
He talked to me just now. I don't know what to do about that because I didn't expect corpses to talk to me and I jumped on the inside. I hate you, you stinking, you're boring.
Maybe I was getting my rocks off. Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
Yes.
Captain Coppadromo. I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question. Into the wild pale yonder, in the past, way out in the... I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Takes one to know one.
Did I do this?
Go ahead, Coppo.
I can't get the damn compartment in my ledger open.
The blue heart. Oh, that's good shit. You'll love it.
I love that.
Press down and fuck it open like you always do. Fuck it hard. Coppo the clown.
He means force. It'll work.
What do you mean? It's the power of your imagination. Go ahead. Ask me more questions.
I do have questions.
You're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Right up.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no.
I do strike myself as a Rooney.
No, you don't.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, Brother Coppo. It was love all along.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Because he told me to.
You're a lying sack of shit, Coppo. You're doing this because come back later.
Whoa, 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 no, no, no.
Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my... Of course, you have questions.
What, I feel like I forgot something terrible.
You have.
Oh, okay. I hate you. You stink and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
Oh, deep sea creature.
No, not quite. Be fair now.
Myself in the bathroom mirror.
There you go. Look at that bright kid. We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you will be just like me. Just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a matter of weeks.
Weeks?
Feeling nausea, vomiting, tenderness or pain around the liver area, tiny red lines on the skin above waist level, more like days, Coppo. The clock is ticking. Your liver tells you so.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with...
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting, Kim. Why?
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
Squint harder.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color,
I squinted.
coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead.
I agree.
There are crow's feet in his eyes. He's laughing silently.
Totally dead.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Something's coming out of him.
Blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
I would this, but
maybe. I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the head.
I hate hearing about that.
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
Yep.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
I did think of selling the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch? I don't trust that ladder. The assailants didn't use it. It's rotten and less sturdy than it looks. And I don't see another good way up there. Honestly, I prefer a non-acrobatic solution to this. There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Let's not do it.
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Sure.
Confirmed. It's unsafe. But what other options? The corpse...
Shoot him down.
Bang bang time, pig. Shoot his head off.
How? Yes, the buckle, where it ties the cargo belt to the tree. If the shot hits that, then there might be a small chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now
No miss.
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea.
I'll blow his head off.
Oh.
Take it.
yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the
Whoa.
barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts.
Well, he clearly didn't get it.
As the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
he feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
It's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano clad.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word. Just looks at the gun in his hand.
I have to say, it's beginning to... Someone else? You mean, like, the police?
Someone who's
like a big
below
garbage man
detective.
or a cleaning crew? I have bad news for you. That is a detective. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us.
Let's not do
We are
it.
not getting him down already. Not getting him down is a task that's already accomplished. Sadly, it's not our job to keep him up there, but to get him down.
I don't really want to pull his head off.
How do you plan to get him down then? With social sensibility? Are you going to educate him down?
It's
Let
bad
me
as
try.
it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim.
I'm gonna need your
I
gun.
only have one gun!
Oops.
This is the sorriest.
Officer, why do we only have one gun? That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
We're not off to a good start. This missing gun business is making your hand tremble.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer! Take...
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels delicate and ready to break under your finger. The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth?
Oh dear.
At least you won't miss. Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
This is my least favorite character.
Do it! Set me free!
You feel as though it would be dangerous to set this creature free to roam about the cosmos.
Don't.
Do it!
Intense shit, copper.
Fucking waved his gun! It wasn't intense, it
Fuck.
was pathetic!
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The
Should've
metal
shot
buckle
at her.
glimmers, catching the noon light as the corpse slowly rotates. As you wait, your breathing slows down. Some mosquito-like organism buzzes in your peripheral.
Look, he's crying! You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb. You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest.
Oops.
Bits of ribcage protrude from the skin.
I think I just
A
screwed
liquid
some
blood
stuff
dripping
up.
down his belly.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry, I knew it!
Are you? Because it sort of feels like you Ah, please don't cry.
I am
It
sensitive.
feels dry. Nothing comes out of you as you stretch and bend your face into a crying shape. You're too furious to cry, apparently.
I'm gonna try.
The lieutenant watches you jerk some tears, your shoulders shaking and your eyes dry. The gun begins to slip from your fingers.
You malolda! The can't even cry!
The lieutenant gently picks his gun from your hand and holsters it.
We still need to get him down somehow. The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help.
Let's go do it. Yeah, it's an auto save and a hard save. And that's where the episode's gonna have to end, because it's actually 15 minutes past, but I got really into what we were doing. I got a full page of notes already, so... Pow, 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 pow. I don't do outros anymore, so...